podcast, guys. We have a topic for you guys today, and oh boy, is it a great topic. Guess what we also have? We have a Caden. He's back in all of his glory. And guess what we also have? A second camera. Let's all stare uncomfortably at the people watching through the second camera. Welcome to the podcast. This is going to be very, very simple this week. We're going to talk. You might listen. You might not. You might zone out. And if you zone out, that's okay.
No, it's not.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. We have Kael now, as you can tell by the fact that the podcast doesn't look like crap. Kael is with us. Say hi, Kael.
He waved.
He waved. He gave us a little.
It's been a while. I've had a lot of schoolwork. I've been very busy.
Today's topic requires a little chaos.
No.
It's a little
Scared.
mischievous.
All right.
What do you think the topic is?
I don't know. I didn't look at the paper.
All right. Well, no.
I poke a hole
No.
through it.
No. What? No. It's
Will
my.
you remember it?
It's my precious. It's my no. No. What?
Now it's her precious.
Okay, it's villains. We're going to be talking about famous villains. We're going to be talking about less famous villains. We're going to talk about the best villains, some of the worst villains. We're going to talk about it all. If the word villain, super villains, I was trying to think of something opposite of super, mini villains, mini bosses. I don't know. We're going to talk about all of it today in today's episode. So let's get straight into it. When you think of a villain, who do you think of? First thing, you hear the word villain. What's the first thing that pops into your head?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Okay. Yeah.
I thought of the Joker.
Yes. Okay, so y'all didn't pick up on the fact that I was doing a somewhat Joker impression?
Oh, no, I knew that.
Oh. Okay. All right, well...
We just watched that, last week.
It's fine. Yeah, it's true. Can you believe she hadn't seen The Dark Knight?
I have now.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
crazy.
actually such
I
a
have
good
now.
movie.
And now Sophie's seen The Dark Knight too, and she's traumatized. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, actually.
She's traumatized.
That started off as a joke, but it derailed quickly. All right, so the three that popped into my head when I thought of just great, solid all-around villains, and yes, I thought of superhero villains because, hush, Cheryl. I didn't just offend someone you know, Kael, did I? Do you know any Cheryls that you care deeply about? Okay, cool.
Care deeply about.
Do you know any Cheryls that you care deeply about?
Sherry?
Well, that's not Cheryl. I was calling out all Cheryls in the world. We have a lot of those that listen to our podcast, believe me. I know a couple. Three immediate villains that stood out was Thanos, right? He's pretty synonymous with the word villain. The Joker, like you mentioned, the Dark Knight, and the Iceberg.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw that on your paper. I was like...
It started the sync. I never let go. Let's go. 9 seconds later. Anyways, had to roast all people named Rose there.
I
So
could name two others if you'd like.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Grodd from
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ultron.
Ultron. That's true. I didn't even think of Ultron. You didn't even have him, or I didn't even have him on the list. So that's good. I'll write him on the list. Cool. Second set of three. I was trying to go with more abstract villain, or more. I don't want to say abstract. Like they can manipulate things around them. Okay,
So
and
like
I
superpowered villains.
thought of Vader. I thought of Magneto, and he's kind of a villain, but he's he is a villain, and then I thought of Pennywise as well. I don't know why that came up as the third one, which we're going to get into some other villains in that same vein later, but that's just three that I initially thought of. When I thought of like superpowered villains, I was like, well, there's three of them.
I'd have to go with the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Can I sidetrack? It's about Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
She's a villain. And if you think she's not a villain,
You're
you need to
wrong.
reevaluate. I saw such a good YouTube video the other day. MCU Phase 4 being absolute trash for 11 minutes straight. And one of them is Wanda is talking to someone and she goes, I would never hurt anyone, and it does the you know, that little that little copyright free music thing, and it's literally 7 minutes ago, and it's her Black Bolt going boom, John Krasinski going
Spaghetti.
Captain Carter going and the other chick getting a building dropped on her or whatever
that was
happens.
stupid.
Yeah,
That was stupid.
and
She
it-
shouldn't
was
have. She shouldn't have
stupid.
unalived right there.
Yeah.
no,
that was,
none of them should have unalived right there. Oh, and Charles Xavier as well got
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one was.
He got,
upsetting.
That was-
he got jump scared.
He
and
got
had
jump
a
scared
heart
out of
attack.
reality. He got. If y'all want to go into villains that they tried too hard to like turn around at the end, what are some examples of villains that like start off good maybe, but then, you know, they try to redeem at the end, but it's like,
It
come
just
on now,
doesn't
do you
work.
really like?
Yeah.
I mean, Scarlet Witch is literally the primary example. I had her down
Yeah.
as
Yeah, pretty much.
it literally, and it doesn't literally say this, but it's villains that turn into good guys eventually, but don't actually. Scarlet Witch, example 1. Like,
Actually.
I mean, I think they tried to Killmonger. They tried a little hard.
Oh.
They tried a little hard with the he's not a bad guy. He's
Yeah.
just multiple murders on screen,
Uh-huh.
multiple literal overthrow of a throne, but he's not a villain.
He's definitely not a villain.
He's a villain. He's a villain, guys.
Yeah,
just
he
just
is.
hush.
Slightly.
There's a lot of Marvel examples of
Well, yeah, because Marvel just has been not good. So
yeah, especially recently. There have been examples of they're not the villain. They're
Namor.
Just, ooh.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
one. Very good one. Cause
That
you
was
see
bad.
Because you see in that movie, really, it depends on how you see it. Shuri could have
Namor
been the
and
villain.
Shuri,
If
both
you
of 'em.
really want to look at it, like
They were both doing the same
Shuri
thing.
does a little bit more heroic, but like so does Namor.
Yeah.
Namor does that. Granted, Namor also kills multiple people on screen, but like so does Shuri.
yeah,
So does Shuri. It literally.
they're literally they did the same exact things just for their own like country.
Yeah,
It was
for
the
their
same-
yeah,
It
for
was
their,
the same thing.
Yeah, no, I understand
Just-
what you mean. Like
Yeah.
it's he was doing basically exactly what she was, and it was like, oh, but he is
definitely the villain.
He's definitely the villain. I now want to look at some villains that know they're villains and like run with it. Not do you want to know my first example of villains
Sure.
that have just
Is it Thanos?
no, because
Is it
Thanos?
Thanos?
Has reason at the end.
Well,
of
they
the,
all have reason.
yeah, but some
Whether or
of-
not they're the right
some of them.
reason.
So Thanos had the reason that, like, you know, in an alternate world, if you didn't have to kill half the universe, would you know if okay. I don't want to say he had good intentions, and I am by no means I am by no means trying to defend Thanos, right? But I'm thinking the particular villain I have written down for villains that just are straight up evil is no, you turd. And for those of you
I'm
who
putting
don't
on
know
my
what the
cup.
heck is going on our audio only listeners,
We're
they're
breaking
sti-
his
We're-
paper.
we're
they're stealing
the
my
script.
script. They're literally stealing my script. Okay, the example I had was Coriolanus Snow. We're going to keep it as spoiler free. I mean, basically, everything that happens in the books happens in the movie.
I know.
So
I was telling her to pull your ears.
I don't think, excluding Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, like we're gonna pretend that's not canon because the movie looks terrible. Like he doesn't do a single human thing. In that entire, he doesn't have any. He's a human. I'm serious. Try to think. I don't think he does a single thing in that entire series, movies or books, that's like, oh, I understand why he did that. You know, like,
Well, who sends like 100+ people to their death?
Exact. Well, yeah, true.
Like,
but
just-
the weaving chaos. He's a bit of an agent of chaos. He's like a dog chasing cars. He wouldn't know what to do with one if we caught. We're gonna make a lot of the Dark Knight references in this because I want to talk for just a minute about what I think is and I legitimately mean it. I think the best villain of all time is Heath Ledger's Joker. So the Joker being the best villain of all time. What are y'all doing?
Nothing. We
From
didn't
a-
do the one before this.
Yeah.
The villains that like knew they were villains.
Oh, I'm sorry. Villains that knew they were villains.
I had one and now I done forgot it.
Leaving us out. I would say Bane. Because, I mean,
yeah,
he...
just bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any, you know. Oh, that was a human move there. I don't know. I haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises.
What?
I'm gonna say Zoom.
Zoom.
That's
true.
a good
Yeah.
a good one.
I see. I know.
You're
who
thinking
Zoom
of,
is.
I was about to say, are we thinking of the same Zoom? Because you could think of the Tim Allen Zoom. Not Zoom like Flash Zoom.
Yeah, but I've seen that
He's
Zoom.
faster than the Flash. Okay, best villain as in like
Best villain, as in.
a
Oh,
good
that's
character.
true. I kind of need to give a little parameter.
like
yeah,
like a good character, like good, or like just a super powerful villain, or
I'm
like
looking
Or could it-
for the villain that you enjoyed them as a villain
okay.
more than any other character. It can be for any reason you want. It can be, oh my word, they're so
Oh,
powerful.
no.
It can be, oh my word, they killed a lot of people.
Okay, the only thing that keeps popping up into my head is the second season of Arrow with Slade. That was really entertaining.
So, Zoom was a really fun...
We're not all the way through with Zoom, so be careful. They just went to Earth 2. Like in the last episode we watched, they were in Earth 2 for the first time.
He was a good villain, though. I liked Anakin in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, yeah.
That was...
That's a good... Master Skywalker.
Also Thrawn.
What are we
Still.
There's
supposed
too
to
many of
do?
them.
What do we do?
I want to kind of pick, because we just talked about the most, you know, entertaining villain we've ever seen on screen. I want to know, what are some funny villains? Like,
Oh no.
Funny villains.
comical villains. Do you
Does
want...
Koro Sensei count?
Yes! That's fine. He's a hilarious...
He's hysterical.
He's a villain.
He's
but
hysterical.
Like, but at the same time, yeah.
Also, wait.
Groot.
That's a good one.
That one
Groot,
wins.
or I guess now more accurately, Drew.
I have one in my mind, but I cannot think of who it. Like I have, like I know who I'm trying to think about, but I can't think about it.
Okay, my villain
funny.
would be Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah. I've only seen, like, one episode of Austin Powers, but... Guys. Doofenshmirtz.
That's that. We can't move
That's a
on
good
from.
one.
There are no funnier villains.
No, there aren't.
And
I
he
think...
has very attainable goals too.
I know.
Just the tri-state area,
Not
not the world.
Also, that
the country.
man is a father. Like, he is so...
And he's so like he can build all these things. He's so smart, but he's just not smart enough to not put a self-destruct
plumber?
button.
A plumber
platypus
platypus? A platypus
Perry the
plumber?
platypus
Perry the
plumber?
platypus plumber?
And also Loki.
Oh my gosh.
I actually had that. That's a perfect transition. Thank you, Caden. Because
Magical villains.
this is villain. The last thing of this villains
Heroes
episode
that
I
turn
want to
into
talk about,
villains.
no, is villains that
Oh.
turn into heroes. And him saying Loki was a perfect example of that. Loki did a full 180. I mean, Thor and the Avengers, Bud was a bad guy.
But
And he got shown a slideshow by Mobius, and now everything is
everything's
fine.
fine.
Now he's a hero.
Scarlet Witch, you know, she...
No.
After-
No. No.
Winter Soldier was a
That-
great villain, and I think he's the best example of, hey, they can turn around. Villains can be good
Yeah.
guys. Because I think it's like White Wolf now or something is his moniker, but
Yeah. They still call him the Winter Soldier.
they still call him the Winter Soldier, despite the fact that the entire point of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is he's trying to make amends and not be the Winter Soldier anymore. But they still call him the Winter Soldier. That
Oh.
makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. And
What about the Mandalorian?
Yeah, I was
Count?
gonna say Mando could technically count because he went from being a bounty hunter
That's
to being
true,
a
yeah.
hero.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he left Baby Yoda and then went. He felt bad, so he went back for him and saved him and is
Mhm.
keeping him safe. And
yeah,
So you could
exactly.
technically say that.
yeah, that he turned
Yeah.
from a villain into a hero. That's
From-
fair.
From the dark side.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
the
a
dark
fair.
side of
This is the way.
Mandalore.
That's a fair point.
That's the
This
way.
is the way.
This is the way.
The way. And with this way, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank y'all. No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I will let y'all But we're not done yet. Please let me conclude. Once again, thank you to Caden for being back. Thank you to Kael for helping us record. I'm not done yet. Let me finish talking.
Why are you holding your nose?
Thank you for watching. If you're watching, I would recommend you watch. Otherwise, you're not gonna get to see the finale in a couple seconds. Please follow and subscribe if you're watching, and if you are listening on any audio podcasting site or whatnot, rate us 5 stars. It helps a lot. And if you're watching on YouTube, like, because it helps us a lot.
Oh no, I just breathed in
hate
whatever.
this.
Been waiting.
I know y'all have been waiting. Let's all, as y'all throw it, we'll say bye at the same time. Ready? Bye. Y'all didn't say bye.
Bye.
Bye.